Welcome to the course UNIX and Shell Programming. Myself is Mallik, Assistant Professor, CSE Department from Vignan Institute of Information Technology. Today our lecture is, let us see some basic UNIX commands. In previous lecture, we discussed the UNIX components or structure of the UNIX. So what is the innermost layer is hardware, outside the hardware kernel is there, next level is shell, next application program. We seen all what are the functionalities of kernel, what are the functionalities of shell. We already known as kernel is known as heart of the UNIX operating system. Like that, we covered all these topics in the previous lecture too. Now while coming to lecture 3, let us see the basic UNIX commands. Now in basic UNIX commands, we are going to cover the following topics. Basic UNIX commands with examples like ls, listing the files, mkdir, make directory, rmdir, remove directory, rm, remove, date, cat, pwd, du, df, etc. Like that, we are going to cover some basic commands. Next, summary, some questionnaire. So after completion of this lecture, students can able to know how to create and remove the directories or files, and students able to understand how to take the online help with the help of man command, and students able to know how to use the disk utilities, disk usage, disk free, like that. So now while coming to basic commands in UNIX, the following are the some of the basic commands in UNIX. In that first command, let us have a look on ls command. Ls is nothing but listing files. So to list the files and directories stored in the current directory. So using this following command, this is the syntax. If you observe here, this is shell. Which type of shell means? Bourne shell. Okay. ls, in lowercase we have to write the commands. So ls command is nothing but listing the files. If we execute this, let us see here one screenshot after execution. If you type ls, so in my present directory, these are these files. One is file 1, file 2, file demo and sample. If you type ls, it will list what are the files and what are the directories present in the current directory. Okay, that is the meaning of listing files. For that command, we have some options also. That is optional. If we use options, it will give like this. For example, one option here, ls space minus option l is nothing but long listing. That means if without option, if you type ls, it will give only the file names or directory names. If we give the option l, long listing of the files. If you observe this output and this output, here it will give only the file names. While coming to here, long listing of the files, see how many details are there. This is the file names, file 1, file 2, file demo, sample. Not only the file names, it given what are the permissions for that file, regarding links, username, group name, and date and time creation of that file. Like that, long listing of the files it will give. So based on our requirement, we can use without options or with options. If you want only the file names or directory names, we can give the just command name is enough. If you want other than that, I need more information about what are the files, permissions, when that is created, how many links are there, who is the username and group name, then we have to give the option minus L. So this is the difference without option, with option. This is all about the command ls, nothing but long listing files. Now we go for second one, creating and viewing files. The command is used to display the text files. It can be also used for copying, combining and creating new text files. There's nothing but command name is cat command, cat cat. While coming to syntax, cat space file name. Let us see here. In how many ways we can use the cat? You can see here example. Here cat. So cat, this is file 1. So this is command name is cat, concatenating. This is output redirection symbol. Already we discussed in previous lecture, one of the responsibilities of shell is input and output redirection. Here the symbol meaning is output redirection. That means cat command output redirection. This is the file name, file 1. After that, enter. So here I am typing, hi, welcome to UNIX lecture. Here I am typing, hi, welcome to UNIX lecture, and we have to do Control D. That means this text will direct it into this file 1. That means creation of file 1 will happen. Not only the creation of file 1, this entire text or this entire data will send to the file 1. That means with this statement, creation of file happen, and also we have written one statement, hi, welcome to UNIX lecture. Everything will happen with this single statement. So this is the meaning of output redirection. That means whatever we are typing, this is redirected to this file. Okay, whether that is present in that file 1 or not, again we have to see. For that, again we are using the cat command, cat space file 1. Now I am without writing any output redirection. That means we have to see whether the content is present or not, or to display the content of the specific file, again we are using this cat command. See in how many ways we are using. Now cat space file 1 without any output redirection, cat space file 1, enter. Now it will display what is the content in the file 1. Hi, welcome to UNIX lecture. How it comes means we seen here. How it came means we seen here. Already we have written this output to this file 1. So now we are displaying the content present in file 1, cat space file 1. The output is hi, welcome to UNIX lecture. Not only that, we can append this file 1 data to another file 1 also. For example, cat command space one existing file, this is append, and this is another file. What happens means the data which is present in file 1, that data is appended to the file 2. If that is happened or not, again we have to test. Cat space file 2. That means it displays what is the content present in file 2. Now we can check, hi, welcome to UNIX lecture. So already we seen this is in file 1. How this content came in file 2 means here we are overridden here, or we are appended here. File 1 appended to file 2. That means what is the content present in file 1 is appended to file 2. Like that, in so many ways we can use the cat command. Not only to see the content of the file, we can create the file, we can write our output to the file, we can append to the file. Like that, in so many ways we can use the cat command. Next one, deleting files. So for that we are using the command rm. Rm is nothing but remove command. The syntax is rm space file name. So rm space file name, whatever the file name you are giving, that file is removed with the help of rm command. Let us see one example. ls, already we discussed, ls means listing the files. In present directory, what are the files or directories present, it will displays all the data. Let us see here, sample1, one file is there. Now I want to remove that file, sample1. How it will possible means with the help of rm command. So rm space sample1. Okay. After execution of this, what happens? This command will remove this sample1 file. Again we have to check. Again we are typing the ls command, that is listing. Again it will gives the entire list from that directory. So if you observe here, there is no sample1. Now the next file name is there. That means that sample1 is already removed. Not only that, we can use so many options. For example, rm space option I file 1, enter. Let us see difference. If we give rm space file 1 and rm space option I space file 1, what is the difference means? If you give without option rm space file 1, it will remove directly the file 1. If you give the option I, it will interacts with the user. That means it will ask for confirmation, if surely if you want to delete or not. Like that, if you say yes, like that, if you can say like this, yes, then that file will delete. Like that we can use the option. For example, here sample1 is there, sample is there, sample2 is there. At a time I want to delete all the 3 files, sample, sample1, sample2, like that. For that we can use like this, rm space sample star. That star indicates that the meta character, it may be sample1, the file name may be sample2, the file name may be sample3, like that. Just the file name starts with sample, all files will delete. Like that, if you use the plain command without any options, rm is sufficient. So based on requirement, no, if you want some interaction, then you use option I. No, I want to delete so many files which are starting with the name, common name. For example, file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4 are there. If you use rm space file star, the file name which is started with file, entire files will delete. This is all about our next command, creating directories. For that, with the help of mkdir nothing but make directory. So with the help of command make directory, we can create our directories. For that, we can see the execution here. mkdir command name space, we are given one directory, that is my directory. After entering, what will happen means it creates that directory. Again, we want to check whether the directory is created or not. For that, again we are using the command here ls listing. You check here my directory. The name existence happen means the directory is created. How it created means mkdir space, we have to give directory name. So that is about mkdir make directory. Next command, removing directory. For removing the files, rm command is there. For removing the directories, the command is rmdir, that is removing directories. We can see how we are removing the directory. rmdir space my directory we are given. Now after enter, what happens? The directory is deleted. Again we have to check whether the directory is removed or not, or the directory is deleted or not. For that, again I am using the command ls listing. The main purpose of ls is it displays what are the files and directories presented. Now you can check there is no my directory is there. That means that is already removed or already deleted. So if you want to remove the files, we will use rm command. If you want to remove the directories, we will use rmdir command. Naming command. For that, we will use the command mv. mv is nothing but move. Here if you observe the syntax, mv space directory name space new directory name. So it will rename. It is not copy, it is rename. That means old directory name will replace it with new directory name. Let us see the example how it will works. mv space my directory space new directory. That means it will rename the my directory name with new directory. Whether that rename happened or not, if you want to test, again you type ls command. If you check here, instead of my directory, the name was changed or the name was renamed with new directory. So whatever the content is, as it is the content, just with changing the name, that is renaming. For that we are using the command mv. Okay, someone thinks move means data is moving, two files will exist. It is not like that, it will just rename. Okay. And this command clears all the clutters on the terminal and gives you a clear window, that is the clear command. So if you want to delete all the previous sessions, if you want the fresh one, then we will use this clear command. So again, creating directory, for that we are using the make mkdir command. For removing directory, we are using rmdir. For renaming, we are using mv. And for clear command, we are using cle. Like that, another some housekeeping tools are there. And in that, one is date command is there. If you type just date, then it will display like this. What is that day, month, everything, year, what is the time, seconds, including everything, it will display. For that, we will use that date command. Like that, some commands are there. Now, these are the disk related commands. One is df. df is nothing but disk free. This command reports file system disk usage. How much space you utilized, how much space till left. Like that, entire details we can see with the help of df command. Let us see the output, how it looks. If you type like this df, it will show everything, all partitions, how much it was used, still how much space is available in the percentage, everything it will displace, that is known as df command. While coming to next one, du, disk usage command. So this command reports disk usage, that is the amount of space taken up by a given group of files. That syntax is du, disk usage. Let us see the example. For example, in present directory, if you type ls space option L, we know with the outcome of this command is long listing of files. Along with file name, it gives everything, all details. Okay. So here file 1 is there, file 2 is there, next file demo is there, sample is there. If you observe here in first one, okay, if it is empty, then these are two are files. If it is like D, then those are directories. That means file demo is directory, sample is directory. These two are files, these two are directories. Again, if you observe here, these all are permissions. These all are permissions. First three permissions are for user, next three for group, next three for others. User contains read permission, write permission, and there is no execute permission. For group, there is only read permission. For others, there is only read permission. Like that, with the long listing of the ls command, entire details will come. Now, with the help of du command, we want to see the utilization of each and every files. For example, see here, how much space like that sample file demo, and that means in present directory, how many files directories are there, how much space that used in the disk. That is the meaning of disk usage. So entire details is displayed like this. Now next command, pwd, nothing but present working directory. The syntax is pwd, present working directory. Let us see this output. Type pwd, see this entire path will come. This is known as present working directory. Now where we are, that entire details will present with the pwd command. That means in this directory, we are in the home. This home is present in this root. Already we seen in lecture 1 what is the file hierarchical system. If you draw this one, this is the highest level root. Under root, home is there. Under home, this username is there, Mallik. If you create any files, that will present like this. So this is the hierarchy. So now where we are, if you want to check, that is the meaning of pwd, present working directory. So this user is present in this home is in root. So this first one is root, that means highest level in the file hierarchy system. Well, coming to remaining commands, next one, man command. It's nothing but online documentation. This command is very useful to users if users want to know more information about the particular command. Still, how many options are there, what is the examples, what is the meaning, syntax, everything, all description of, entire description of that command we can see with the help of man command. So let us see one example. If we type man space ls enter, see, it will displays the name of that command, listing directories contains, it will give syntaxes, all options, like that it will give complete details of that command. So for that man command space, we have to type another command. So far we discussed, for example, man space mkdir, it will displays all information about mkdir. Man space mv, it will displays all information about mv. Like that, one online documentation. So this is very useful for the users who are new to this one. If they want to know more additional information, that is possible only through this man command. One, sort command. Here you observe here, cat output redirection symbol file 1. In that I given one data, ball, apple, dog, cat. After control D, what happened? This entire data will saved into this file 1. Now ls, now you check here, cat space file 1. What happened? Again it will displace the data ball, apple, dog, cat. Okay, sir, I want to sort out this output. That means in alphabetical order I want. Starting apple I want, next ball I want, next cat I want, next dog I want. So in alphabetical order I want the content. For that we are going to use sort command. Sort space file1. See here, the data is in alphabetical order. Compared to here, there is no alphabetical order. While coming to here, first one is apple, next one is ball, next one is cat, next one is dog. This is the use of sort command. See, WC is nothing but word count. Let us see here again. Cat space file1. The content is like this: ball, apple, dog, cat. Word count, what is the meaning of word count means? If you want to check in our content, so number of words, number of lines, number of words, number of characters. So for that, WC space file1. If you see here, 4 means number of lines. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines are there. Number of words, 1, 2, 3, 4 words are there. Number of characters, like that. So with the help of WC command, if you want to know number of lines, number of words, number of characters, we can use the WC command. For example, in our content, assume 100 records are there. If you want to know, if you want to see the only topmost data, for that we can use the head space file2. Head command means only topmost content will displace. By default, it will displace 10 lines. Okay. Head space file2 means, see here so many content are there, so many lines are there, or so many rows. Only top 10 will displace here. That is the use of head command. So from 1 B, B, C, C, like that, if you observe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So up to only 10 records, it will not displace remaining K, K, L, L, like that. If you want entire content, cat command is enough. No, I want only topmost, then we have to going to use head command. Like that, opposite to this head is tile. I want from bottom to last 10 records, then we will going to use tile command. If you observe here, default is last 10 records. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So from here, 10 records it will displace, that is tile command. So if you want to know the topmost or from the bottom to last 10, then we have to use head command or tile command. Now welcome to summary. We already discussed basic UNIX commands with all examples. We covered these commands: ls, mkdir, rmdir, rm, date, cat, present working directory, disk usage, disk free, sort command, like that. So online help with the help of man command. We already seen disk utilities, disk usage and disk free. So while coming to questionnaire, so explain the commands pwd and mkdir, cd, rmdir. We have to write everything along with syntax and explanations. How the present working directory, it will show how the path will displace, how we are going to create the directory, next how we are going to remove the directory. Next one, ls command and its options. There are so many options are there. Option L is there, option H is there, option A is there, like that. Next, explain the 7 columnar output of ls space L. That means if you observe here, total 7 columns are there. One is, we already told, file permissions, and second one is links, hard link or soft link, and next one is owner of the file, and next one is group name of the file, and next size in bytes, next date and time, and next one file name or directory name. So if you type ls space option L, that means long listing of the file, it will displace with 7 fields. Those 7 fields are file permissions, hard links, owner of the file, user group, size in bytes, date and time, and what is the file name and directory name. If you type only ls, it will give only file name or directory name. Next, difference between cat test and cat output redirection test. What is the difference here? Let us see. Cat space test means it will displace the content present in the test. Here, cat space output direction test means whatever we writing the output, it will redirect it to the test. That means we are writing the content into the test. If you want to display, we will use this one. If you want to create and if you want to write some content to the file, we will use this one. This is the major difference between cat space test and cat space output direction space test. Next, explain the following commands with examples. Again, we have to write cat concatenation. What is the effect of move? How we are going to rename? Move, old directory and new directory name. RM, remove. Next, copy, how we are going to copy the files. Next, WC, word count, number of lines, number of words, number of characters. So if you want to check the in content, how many lines are there, how many words are there, how many letters are there. So if you want to check, we can use this WC command. So in next lecture, we are going to discuss command substitution and how we are going to execute multiple commands in a given line. Thank you.